Today is November 1st, 2025. I have lived in this particular house since March of 2021. And since the very beginning, 'cause I was still unpacking boxes when I was dealing with trespassing over the fence on my property, theft, property damage, burglaries. So when my east neighbor detected that I caught trespassing on a ring cameras got disabled when I left home or went to bed. I eventually installed CCTV system. After a burglary, something was installed to control my non-IP connected CCTV. Burglary, trespassing, recordings were deleted. Also, jammers were used on these cameras, which I actually had recorded the action of the jammers and how and the jammers effects on actually camera recordings. So now I recently installed new camera system, and initially it was working good. When I installed new cameras affecting areas named perps and roof perps, well, things started changing quite a bit. And I'm gonna show on the video what actually is going on here. I'm gonna go to the southwest camera and I'm gonna show a normal history. This is 24-hour recording camera. It highlights any humans detected. It doesn't concern itself with the cars, but it does concern itself with the humans. And here is a possibility. What I noticed is that a camera-specific jammers are being, or device-specific jammers are being used aimed at the device. So this video might be a bit longer because they're not liking what I'm trying to show. I recorded different videos this morning. Oh, look, and it's not gonna allow me go to the history. All right, let's see how it's happening here. So this particular camera was recording whole night long, and it suddenly stopped recording about 6 a.m. So normally you would go through the night, you see it's 24-hour recording. And we get to 6 a.m. and it suddenly stops recording. Now we're gonna go to different date. Let's go to October. Let's go to October 24. We're still, okay, it's not an easy thing to do here. Well, let's go October 25. October 25. So I'm gonna go through history. So 24-hour recording camera. So all the green is basically camera is recording all the time, everything that is happening. Here is a little highlighted area. Let's see what's happening at this time. So it shows me bringing out food for community cats. So it's recording 24 hours a day. Let's go to 27th. Again, I'm just gonna scroll through just to show how this camera normally works. And again, it really does not highlight animal events, car events. It only highlights humans approaching house, or humans in camera view. Once again, I'm collecting dirty dishes that were used for community cats. So, and I'm just gonna scroll through the rest of the day. Oopsie, something happened here. So, yes, here was a connection issue. That's right, I had to get up its ladder and fix the issue. So after fixing the issue, let's see. After fixing the issue, the camera is working. Let's go to different date. Back to November, October. Let's see, 29th. And I did had pretty early on microphone hacks. What happened here? Let's see what's happening 7 o'clock. So that was a package delivery. So all these greens, the camera is working, recording everything, and we are just gonna go back to today, November 1st, Saturday, and so camera gets disconnected about 6:15. And then reconnects at 8:25 briefly. And right now is 11:46. And here is no recordings. It's 11:46, no recordings. So camera is no video at this moment. Let's see if I can get live view. By the way, that interesting sound, not only car was going by, but here was also hacker using the microphone to make some garbled sounds. So now, let me see a patio history here. And I'm just gonna go right away to calendar, and we're gonna go to October. And strangely, let's see what's happening. So let's go back to calendar. Oh, that was interesting. So this is November 1st. So that was me on the patio. Alright, let's go back to history and go back to calendar. And let's go back to October. So we are October 25. So October 25. So I'm just gonna scroll through. It's recording events. Those bars are actually recorded events. So camera is recording full 24 hours. Now I'm gonna go back to November 1st. No videos available, amazing. So the data had been deleted. Data have been deleted. Let me see what happens on October 31st. The camera mysteriously turned a different direction other than what I left on the night before, facing patio. It's pretty much turned by either a trespasser or hacker, so you could not see the patio area. So somebody had turned the camera away from the patio. And that is to gain access to the patio. So the camera should have been aimed, let me go to October 31st. October 31st, and oh, that is behind Bazaar. Okay, let me see. At this point, it actually does look like different video footage inserted in the feed. So that is a video footage replaced of, let's see the events here. It's still a footage of my patio, and that's just a window installation. So that was me working on installing new cameras. Let's see, what do we see here? Again, I had to install drapes to prevent being shot at with BB rifles and nail guns, just to have safe space on a patio. Okay. So it's recording 24 hours. I'm gonna go back to calendar and gonna go back to November 1st. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. November 1st history is already deleted by perps. So here are no recordings. Here were some recordings overnight, but and how did it switch to October 31st? So here are, comes back. Alright, let's see. It's me coming out on a patio. Alright. That's gonna be So I'm gonna scroll a little ahead as I walk inside. After I walk inside, and for strange reasons, suddenly this video is not having sound. It should be having sound. Again, it has something to do with the hackers. Earlier when I recorded, actually, the videos had sound on. Let's see what's happening. And here you go, about 7:30, here, suddenly camera is not recording anymore, restarts recording around past 8 o'clock, brief moment. And now it's 11:59, brief restoration of signal around 9:45. So this is the time I went inside to do some work. I was facing the camera, so here is a brief restoration again. Then here is no recording till 9:50. So jammers are used to access property for whatever dirty deeds these folks are doing. And then suddenly camera is working. It's 12 o'clock. Actually, it stopped working at 11:55. Past 11:55. So now I'm gonna go to this particular camera. Basically, I had, not last night, night before event, where I could not get a live view on my cameras, and what I discovered, that camera still recorded events despite not being able to get a live view. But I was using this camera at night to record night events, part of the house, and this camera somehow was blocked off. But eventually I used different camera for that purpose, and I got a night recording of what's going on, as I have had laser shined on my windows. And here is a previous day. Yeah, I'm charging new cameras. That's a little bit chaotic, but let's see, what do we have here? So here is some basically views in the house, eventually to notice any kind of laser lights coming in. But this camera recorded 24 hours without the problems, and the previous night I checked recorded full night. Oh, unbelievable. And the service to this camera stopped about 18 o'clock. And that's... So, and suddenly this camera is jammed till midnight and past midnight. So no recording, no video at the moment. So then I used a different camera for last night recording, and that's why I'm saying this is device specific jamming. So this camera was set up for night recording and to record all night events, and actually this camera worked all night long. There's no problems. That's one of the new cameras, brand new cameras. Now we're gonna go to Perp's camera. And I'm actually right away gonna go to the calendar, gonna go to day of camera installation. Oh no, I don't need September, I need October. And so let's go back to October. It would not let me. October 31st. It's still going to. So let's see, November 11th. It should be recording. So it has been jammed all night long. And as I was installing this camera, I had major issues with PTZ adjustments and everything else. So this camera has been jammed all night long. Looks like no videos at the moment. October 31st. No video available. Earlier today I recorded videos, and actually let me look it up. On the previous videos, well, that might be actually on this camera, so really I cannot do much. But let's see if we can get a live view. So that is a travel trailer where 24/7 multiple males are inside 24 hours a day. Somehow camera just mysteriously by itself just turned away. I did not did PTZ. So it is high probability that And PTZ is not working. So let me lift it up. Let's see. Alright. So this is a trailer where perps are in, males. Oh, wow. I have quite a service from my perpetrators. Yeah, it's funny. Yesterday when I turned the roof perp camera, so here are 24/7 males, multiple males inside that travel trailer, and day and night that particular house has people coming in 24/7. This trailer was a couple weeks ago, I think, or less, finally moved into backyard position. It was in a front yard. But anyways, well, so I have hackers in real time moving camera around. So 0 kilobytes, no, under T-Mobile, 0 kilobytes of data, so here is no data coming. $112.62, so here is very sporadic. As soon some sort of cellular data are coming through, so jammer is blocking the data. But this is a house where these perpetrators live. Lots of males around. Lately I have heard some Russian females around. Lots of children, extremely disrespectful, rowdy, abusing each other, abusing visiting children. So extremely nasty people. So obviously the history basically yesterday is I was installing the camera, so these recordings kept dropped. I had to reinstall the camera, and obviously today overnight here is nothing happening. Let me see, while I was talking, do we have any recordings? Nothing is being recorded. Let me go a little back. Let's go to 12:08. No videos available. So I'll have to check what's going on here. That's, now my next favorite is roof perps. So this is yard house over my east perp neighbors. Jump from the fence. So here is a 6-foot fence, block fence. So here is about a foot between fence and the yard house. I jump on a yard house, and the leap to my roof is about 3 feet. So I get on my roof last year summer. While I was in a shower, here was a kid jumping up and down on my roof above the shower. So things like that happening. And let's check the history. Is that history deleted too? Because last night it was not recording anything. So brief camera turn on 15 minutes past midnight at 3:20. but no continuous recording, also camera. Settings are set for continuous recording. So now, little brief camera turning on at 9:55. Let's see if here is a list. No alert messages. No surprise here. Now I need to go to the calendar and '31st. So that's me working on a camera. So I'm trying to figure out what's the best location for camera. So continuous recording. So here were issues with the cameras, that white gap between green. So I had to remove and re-add camera. Then I had more issues several times. I again had to repeat process. Let's see. So it's working, continuous recording. Continuous recording, and let's see what's happening here. That was notification to me that here was a humanoid. Let's see if we have any alerts. Smart humanoid detection at 19:06. And then smart humanoid detection at 22:18. So somebody was in my yard. I'm gonna leave this up. So 22:18, another smart humanoid camera turned briefly on. Somebody is roaming my yard someplace behind the yard house, checking what they can do to prevent oh, let me hear that again. So once again, the data come from pretty much camera. So camera is being jammed currently from the travel trailer. Is there, I guess, command post. Oopsie. Yep, jammers at work. I don't want that repeat. Now I got it from the perpetrator, except this time it was in a very distorted voice. So that's the nextdoor perpetrators. So basically, daytime events, that smart humanoid detection up to 2:39 or 14:39:55. So that's me working on the cameras, and down below 19:06 and 22:18. That is a perpetrator events, and obviously there is no recording after that. Oopsie. Well, it's gonna go to today's history right away. Not a big oopsie. Let me kind of zoom in on events. So here is event, brief camera turn on at 6, and then it was turned on for a while and turned off or jammed. So no recordings. Again, and that is meant for them to trespass on my property, and so then it's 9:54. I'm gonna zoom out for right now. Not let me zoom out. Interesting. All right. So 8 o'clock. Then here was around 10 o'clock. Brief turn on. So let me go back to so it jumps right over. So brief turn on it. Let's turn on the alert history. No alert messages. Interesting. So again, the camera keeps getting jammed from transferring the data. And what I noticed on these jamming events, when you look at the seconds on a timestamp, usually either irregular passage or let's say 31 seconds will stay on for 3 to 10 seconds, things like that. And usually with these cameras, I could not save those particular events. That's me adjusting camera to different angle. But usually with those kind of recordings from actual camera app, I wasn't able to record, so I had to use a different camera to record these things. And so yeah, so here are issues with jammers and jamming, and that's neighbors perpetrators, my next door perps. Let's turn the live view again to glorify these low beings. Highly likely Sinaloa or another Hispanic criminal cartel. Children are being raised to be killers and criminals, so and of course these people are protected by corrupt Phoenix Police Department. Shown from 15 to 22 seconds on this recording. Now it's stuck on 22 seconds. "35 seconds now, it's jammer usage. So it's stuck now, it went to 42. So the cell phone clock shows 12:23, and that live stream shows 12:22:25, 22:55. So the phone clock shows 12:24. The camera clock on live view shows 12:23:15. Now it jumped to 39. And of course shows 0 kilobytes of cellular data going through. Briefly 164 kilobytes per second. So as I said before, these perpetrators are protected by Phoenix Police Department. These people are hackers, burglars, trespassers, abusers, animal abusers. I did post some videos on my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna go straight to manage my videos. So here are some videos. Your targeted screams from the car, which I could care less. It was another video of somebody shooting at my home. Yeah, as a cheerleader is different kind of cheerleader, but cameras were hacked, and so yeah, the sound is already garbled out on this video. Unfortunately, these people, as I said, are hackers, and this is using...
Have you ever heard content creators say, comment the word burgers below and I'll send you over something for free? And then...
Yeah, I had to turn this advertisement. Oh. Alright, I have a good time here. But I'm gonna go back to community cat harassment. Double check the sound. So that ticking, talking, and that garbled voice screaming run is trying to scare community cat coming to eat. And this says that microphone placed in the yard, or they use Bluetooth connection to hack camera microphone. So welcome to the friendly United States of America neighborhoods where perpetrators rule and citizens are unprotected. So I am signing off, and everybody please have a good day despite the demons' voices trying to interfere with our lives.